Enhance. Oh, what? Can I not do a background? What's going on, y'all? I'm trying to. Baby, it's not letting me do a background today. I don't know why. So we just gonna have to be okay. We just gonna have to be okay today. I can't figure out how to put a background on here. It's not working tonight. So we just gonna have to be okay tonight. We're gonna have to. We ain't got no other choice. I'm trying. Why can I not find? Okay, see now I'm gonna get mad because I like to be in control of things, and I can't be in control because I don't know where to. Whatever. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna let this go. I'm gonna let it go, and whatever happens, happens. But whatever. Y'all just gonna have to see this tonight. So, cause I can't figure it out. So. Charm live on a Wednesday. Listen, because I want to go live more, because I was like, okay, if I keep doing it on Saturdays, then, some people be working on Saturday. And I didn't realize it. So I was like, okay, what day can I do that'll be kind of midweek? And then we can, work some stuff out. So I said, okay, we're going to try Wednesday. I really thought about Thursday, but I feel like that's too close to Saturday. Which, I mean, Wednesday is close to Saturday too, but it's a good in between. Oh, hello everybody that's been telling me, hey, I'm sorry. I've been talking and trying to figure out why I can't put a background up, and it's making me mad. So hello everybody. I don't want to call anyone out by I don't want to call anyone out by name and say, hey, because I don't want y'all to think I'm not, like I don't care. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I'm doing this. What is D&D? Dungeons and Dragons? Do you have Dungeons and Dragons on Saturday? Can you tell what episode it is by the outfit? Oh, you love my charm knowledge. Thank you. Yes, sometimes. It depends because, I feel like, hey, Diamond, we just started. Not me saying I wasn't going to say hey to specific people and then saying hey to a specific person. What was I talking about? Yes. So it depends on the episode. Like a lot of the times I can kind of tell a lot of times I tell what episode it is by what they're doing. Like when it opens up, I'm like, oh, okay, this is the episode with da da da. But as far as the outfit, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss for me, especially season 1, because I feel like season 1 sometimes the clothes always looked alike, and so it was hard. It's hard to decipher for somebody like me, because in season 1 it was the 90s, so everybody looked a mess. But they looked nice. Do you ever think about how in the big battle when Phoebe and Paige died, Piper went to Phoebe? Of course she did. To be fair, she was looking for both of them. And she just so happened to find Phoebe first. So it's kind of like I'm half and half with it, because I feel like if she had gotten Paige first, she probably would have tried to go straight for Phoebe. Like she probably would have thrown Paige down and been like, okay, where's Phoebe? But I could be mistaken. I could definitely be mistaken. What was your favorite outfit from season 3? That is a very specific question. My favorite outfit from season 3. Come on, wake up. And then she put her face, she was like, come on, wake up. I was like, oh my God. I was like, come on, kiddo. You better wake up before that lady gets to crying. My favorite outfit from season 3 though. My favorite, I don't know, because I'm very partial. To what Prue had on in what is the name of the episode? Power Outage. You know when she had like the black top and it had like, it was like, oof, and it just had the one little strap over here, and then she had on the red pants. I'm partial to that. The empath episode, I think that was the one where Phoebe had on like an orange top, and I don't remember what was on underneath, but I remember loving that orange top, and then she kind of has some big hair. Season 3. I don't know, man. That's such a hard question. Oh, thank you, Ian, with the roses. But yeah, I think it's probably one of those two. More than likely, it's Prue's outfit. I feel like it's Prue's outfit for sure, because that one. Oh Lord, y'all stressing me out now, because now I'm gonna have to go episode by episode in my mind and figure this out. Which outfit is my favorite from season 3? What's funny is I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch this, and I'm gonna watch like some episodes and be like, this was my favorite one, like, because I know there's one that I just like am here for. I don't like what Prue died in. I don't like that one from All Hell Breaks Loose. I don't care for it. That leather jacket over the see-through top. It wasn't for me. Not to say it wasn't nice. It wasn't for me. And then Piper had on that purple shirt, and I don't know. It looked very like, and then that big jacket. I don't know. It was like, ugh. I don't know. They was popping out in season. Oh, hey, nostalgic. But yeah, they was baby season 3. They were cutting up. So I'm blocking CJ. I don't know who that person is, but I'm blocking them. But but because listen, Leia said don't think too hard, because I was over here racking my brain. I want y'all to know I was literally going through a Rolodex in my mind. I was prepared. I was going to turn the TV on. I was about to turn the TV on and turn an episode on. And Lexi Marie, I don't like really trying to say who was the strongest and all of that. I don't think that that's a great conversation to have, because I mean, genuinely, you strong is gonna depend on what you think, not, I could give my opinion on it and you'd be like, that doesn't make any sense, and it would, make sense for you to think that, because what I think is strong, you may not. What's good? How you feeling? I'm feeling good, actually. I'm feeling really good. I was excited about tonight because I don't ever do lives during the week. And so I was like, I'm going to do a live during the week. So I'm here for it. I'm ready. And then I got a little mini microphone coming. And so I think I'm going to get it Friday. And so Saturday, I'm going to be like this. I'm going to have the mini microphone up to my face, and I'm going to be like, I don't know whether this looks like I have a blunt, but I'm going to be like, hey, everybody, how are you? And I'm going to whisper. He's going to be a ASM artist. Listen. Somebody did say that I should do, because I posted a video, and I don't know if y'all watched it. You probably didn't, because y'all don't love me. And if you say you do, you gaslighting me. And but I posted a video, and I showed my new microphone setup, my new podcasting setup, and I was whispering, and somebody was like, oh, you should do, like, read some of the spells. And I was like, as ASMR, and I was like, that's coming. So y'all the first ones to know that I'm gonna be doing that. Is that a big? Y'all the first ones to know. Y'all gonna be the first ones. So, and what people don't know is I actually tried ASMR. Probably about 5-6 years ago, something like that. Child Please, I was the one you were talking to on YouTube about a Divas Christmas Carol. Don't play with me like that. Don't come on here and play with me like that. Not you trying to read me. Listen. Listen, don't play with me like that. But you know, what's funny is like, don't nobody be listening to my little review podcast yet, except for a few people. And it's funny because let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. And let me tell you something that I had to really come to the conclusion to. And I think we already talked about this, but I really can't remember if we did. I had to learn and teach myself that not everybody has to support me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I used to get caught up in my head that, well, I got these followers. Why is this project not my wrist? But you know, people, you know, I'm like, oh, I got these followers. Why am I not? Blah, 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 blah. And I had to think, I had to turn this on. I had to turn this on. And I had to remember that people are not obligated to listen to something that they don't want to listen to. And just because it's me does not mean that they have to go listen to it. And so that's why I appreciate the people that do. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, I appreciate the people who do listen to it, because I have no doubt that one day we're gonna take off and it's gonna be big. That's what we speaking. That's what we claiming. That's what we claiming. And when that day comes, I'm gonna be like, oh, I remember when I thought nobody listened to it, but they did. But people do listen to it. And that's what I have to remember sometimes too, is like, not to take it for granted that people do support me. Like, everybody that's in here right now, support. Like, Catherine Nostalgic, Troy Nail, whose name I don't be remembering, I Cast On, Leia, like, all of y'all. And those are just some names. So I don't want y'all to think that I don't know everybody. I'm just saying some of the names that came to my head, off my head. Because somebody gonna be like, he didn't say my name. Somebody gonna be like, he didn't say my name. And I'm not laughing because they pain. I'm just laughing because it's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to skip you. Because I know you're here. I know you support me. And then I Buffy. And Blake isn't here to gaslight me, but Blake. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Troy Nail. Is it Troy Nail? Because if it's not, that's what I'm gonna say. Until you tell me different. That you got a notification that you were live. I don't know which one you were watching before, but they'll be all right. What platform is it on? So, my friend gave me the gummy bear thing. Is it a gummy bear? I don't know what it is, but it's a bear. I know it's a bear. What platform is it on? So you can find my podcast on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and I put them on YouTube, so you can go there. And my friends and I also do a Charmed podcast called the Nexus Podcast. Every now and again I do a video where I tag it. So I may do a video and tag it soon, so that way everybody knows how to get to it. TikTok is weird because you can't put the link in the video, and I know a lot of people not finna go to my page and hit the link tree. So I wish you could put it there. I want to do... Who is this? Oh no, baby. I don't know who that is trying to get up in here, but not Galen Alexander. Not me saying my name, and then y'all gonna look me up and steal my identity. Come on, Abby. I just found you. Oh, thank you, Graceful Telekinesis. That makes me feel so good. I appreciate that. Thank you. And y'all, for real, baby, government name. Listen, I'm so used to saying it. Hey, Sid, that's my girl. Y'all, literally, I'm so used to saying my name sometimes that I'll be like, it just comes out. So y'all look me up. I mean, at this point, it is what it is. This point, it just is what it is. Somebody asked me in the chat, I think it was Nostalgic, if I consider myself an influencer. And I do not. I think that I am just a fat man on the internet that likes to talk about a television program from the 90s with four white women. And that is what I think I am right now. I do think that I'm working towards becoming what I want to be. I think that I want to eventually become a content creator. I want to eventually become an author. I want to eventually become just a creator in general. I just want to create things. And I think that I'm on the way to that. So, there's that. You my cousin on my charm side. That part. That part. I was going to say Patty is my auntie, but I don't know about that. I don't know if I would want that. I don't know if I want that. Excuse me. Not me belching. Hey, Christian. Christian 369. The goose drank wine. Monkey chewed tobacco on the streetcar line. The line broke. The monkey got choked. And we all went to heaven in a little rowboat. Clap, clap. Oh, not Galen is the name. Not you say my government name. What if I'm on the run? Don't you say my government name. You calling me by my government name. On here, you call me chocolate. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Oh, God. What you mean you never would have guessed? What that mean? I just thought about that. What that mean you never would have guessed it? I look up to you, been doing so. Oh, thank you. But don't you have like a million times more followers than me? Like, you actually are successful. Like, you are actually a successful TikToker. I am up and coming. Baby, I'm up and coming. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Baby, the chocolate. Just saying, child. Name on blast. Baby, name on blast. Everybody just saying my name. Not me. I am the visuals. Thank you, Catherine. See, Nurse Buffy, Catherine. Y'all. My wrist is just a cracking. Crack-a-lacking. Y'all know what's funny? Is the more that I go live, because I'm gonna tell y'all another secret, and only the people that's here gonna know this, but I plan on doing an extra live every week. Thank you for the cat paws. I plan on doing an extra live every week. So from now on, going forward, I'm trying to do an extra live on Wednesdays, but I kind of only want to do it for like an hour or something like that. Like, I'm not gonna do it for like 3 or 4, like 3 hours, like we be doing it on Saturdays. Like, if it's gonna be during the week, you get an hour out of me tops. I may go to like an hour and a half. We may do like an hour and a half, something like that. We're just gonna play it by ear. The point is that the plan is to do a live every Wednesday and Saturday. So I don't know if that's something y'all interested in, but that's just something I'm planning on doing. And this is like a test run to kind of see. So, but then here's the funny thing about it is like, what does that mean, a test run? Because I could be doing this and like 5 people show up. And guess what? I'm gonna still go live for them 5 people every Saturday and every Wednesday. So what are the results that I'm expecting? I don't know. Girl, I don't know. Then when Christian 369 joins, I'll be more than 369. What does that mean? Y'all know I'm slow. Y'all know I'm not I'm not swift. And see, you're doing that on purpose. You're doing it on purpose because you know I'm not swift. And you try. Okay. Yep. I got him. I got him. Thank you, Dejanay. Oh, my fave charm content creator. I appreciate that. I already had a charmed obsession, but your jokes make it 1,000 times worse. Not worse, better. Better. It makes it better. But thank you. I listen. When I tell you half the stuff I be thinking up in my mind, it just like I need help. I genuinely need help. An hour does go by fast. Dear W. Dear W. Yes, and Catherine, I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited. Hey, Jay Harvey. So, we're gonna try. We're gonna try, y'all. We're gonna try. This is what I was gonna say. Is that now the thing about going live twice a week is, and now I'm really not gonna have nothing, I'm not gonna know what to talk about. Because y'all know, usually, y'all know I've been lying, saying I'm gonna come up with something. Like, I'm gonna have, like, a theme for the week, you know, for, like, that Saturday. And I never do. So, now, I'm really finna have to lie and say I'm coming up with something and knowing I'm not. But no. We're gonna come up with something. We're gonna come up. No, we're gonna have a topic. I feel like we need to have a pre-established topic. We need to have a pre-established topic. So, like, maybe this Saturday we'll discuss season 1. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we'll talk about season 1. Maybe not. I don't know. We can come up with something as a family on Discord. There you go. And then that way, when people be like, oh, I don't know if I want to talk about this. Well, baby, join the Discord and so your voice can be heard. Join the Discord so your voice can be heard. Maybe you can have people vote on the next live talk. Because they're going to want to talk about... Shut up, Gavin. Don't say that. They're going to want to talk about that one lady every week. And I can't do that. That one character every single week, and I can't do that. Because I already know what's going to happen. Is somebody's going to be like, you don't even understand the character. Did you even watch the show? And then I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to say no. I've never seen it before. I just talk about it sometimes because I heard about it. I read about it on IMBD. So. Christian 369. Okay, so. Let me. Oh, Lord, I hope I don't kick this thing over, Jesus. 369, the goose drink wine. The monkey chew tobacco on the streetcar line. Y'all, why I forgot I was on here. I'm sorry. I was trying to go to the Discord. My bad. Y'all, I completely forgot. Okay. I looked up and was like, who is this? Who is this FaceTiming me? But ain't nobody FaceTiming me. I'm just sitting here talking to y'all. Okay, wait. Because I'm trying to go add Christian 369. Because I feel like... Oh. I know you're probably thinking... What's up with G? Okay. Alright. Y'all, I don't know how to do this. I'm on Discord. Just give me a second. Because I don't know how to do this. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a second. Entertain yourselves. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Nurse Buffy said he'll take care of it. Okay, okay, all right. Okay, good, because I didn't know what I was doing. So, hey, Heaven Sent. Follow back. Now I requested to follow this private account. You're so welcome. I sure do try to post the lives on TikTok. Sometimes it'd be a little bit later because, you know, like, my internet ain't good. So, I know we are not in here talking about Lily. I know that. I know we're not in here talking about Lily and defending Leo because we'll never defend Leo. We'll never defend Leo. One thing about it, two things for sure. I'm always gonna bash Leo because he deserves it. Lily ain't got nothing over here. Because I just don't like him. I don't like him. I don't trust him. I wouldn't even trust Leo with my puppy. I would never trust Leo with a puppy, let alone with them two children that he sat there and pumped into Piper. Pumped that woman full of baby and then left and said, okay, I'll see y'all later. And he went on up to the heavens and got up out of there. And then they went to the ghostly plane and he pumped her full of babies. And then he left. Now, admittedly, he didn't know that time. So there's that. He didn't know. But still, the point is. Never. 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 He definitely is my Victor. He definitely is my... Should have been your babies. What you mean? Oh, Lord. Bless it. I don't even know what to say to that. Who said something about... Who said something about... Because one thing about it, Lily... And the thing is that... What's that man? Dan. Piper didn't deserve Dan. Because she gaslit him the way y'all be gaslighting me. I don't care for it. I don't care for it. Because... So here's the thing. Is that technically... I'm trying to turn this light on. There we go. Oof, yes. Okay. Here's the thing. Is that technically... She couldn't tell him she was a witch. I get that. I'm not tripping on that. But it's like... You always got Lily around. Always. Always got Lily around. And Dan was the one who exposed Leo like he should have. Dan said this man doesn't even exist on paper. That man was mad. As he should have been. Because I would have been too. You ain't gonna sit up here and play in my face like this and have this man working up here talking about some, he's just an employee. And what was that Leo say at that time? May the best man win. Shut up. Baby, I was in my Prue era. I said, get out. Take him now. Send him now. Send him away. Take him now. Don't let him stay. And then everybody be tickling me saying that Piper should have got with Mark the Ghost. I think if you think that I'm joking when I say this, but I think that if you think Piper and the Ghost should have been together, then you need help. Not the Chinese man. Ooh, okay. Ay. Baby, the Ghost, the Ghost from season 1, and people was like, "Oh, that should have been her man." Are y'all okay? The man was a ghost. It's not even like he was like an angel. The man was a ghost. He was dead. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't alive. He was a spirit, a specter, an apparition. Like, if Piper's best relationship to people is a ghost, then we need to have a talk. Because if you have to stand Piper with a ghost, then I don't know. I don't know. I think you need help. He was cute. Oh, he was very nice. I think he actually would have been perfect for Piper if he was alive. Like, if he was alive, then I think it would have been perfect. But he wasn't. Jeremy the Warlock, baby, Jeremy was fun though. So I know he was busting it down every week. At least once a week. Because I feel like Piper only has intercourse like on probably a Tuesday. Like Piper probably only has intercourse on Tuesdays. Because she can't. That's not for her. That's not her ministry. So like every Tuesday she's like, okay, Leon, we can make love. Missionary style. And like she won't look him in the eye though. Like she won't make eye contact. She's like this the whole time. Hands tied. Greg the fireman that she busted it down for on that fire truck. Being a thought. Yeah, Piper was being a thought. I was like, not Piper sitting up here busting it wide open on a fire truck at 12:45 p.m. I don't remember if it was day or nighttime. I don't remember that fact, but it was given very low class. It was given very it was given very harlot. It was given very Jezebel. It was given the spirit of Jezebel. That's what it was given. It was given the spirit of Jezebel. On the fire truck at 12:45 in the middle of the day when Olive Garden is still selling the lunch special. Oh God. Not Olive Garden. Oh God. It probably was a Tuesday. Come on, Delilah. Definitely Delilah. I ain't gonna hold you. I would have been on the fire truck too at any time. Is this who we are? Is this what we represent? One thing about Piper, she got around. Oh. Now she made her way around the block a few times. I mean, I ain't say that. But I'm glad somebody did. Excuse me. Oh, thank you, Andre. I know your brother thinking. Would have busted it open in the middle of P3. Not gonna hold you. Oh my God. Are you okay? Like, are you alright? Y'all some heathens. See, this is why we, I don't know if we can do this during the week, because y'all done turned into some heathens, child. Y'all done turned into some heathens. McDonald's breakfast was still going. That part. McDonald's still serving breakfast, and she up here getting ate up on a fire truck. Do I remember what Greg looked like? What does that have to do with anything? I'm heterosexual. Not what's in the air. Let me turn this off. I'm turning this off because y'all. Oh, you mean like what's in the air? Or do you mean what's in the air? Like, why is everybody cutting up? Or do you mean what's in the air? Like, what was that floated by? Because if it's that, then I'm turning it off. Because y'all not finna play me. You're not finna play me later. You're not finna play me like that. Or gaslight me. But if you meant what's in the air, like everybody's cutting up. Oh, why is everybody? Oh, yeah. We're fine. We're good. We're good. I was ready. We would have gotten breakfast afterwards. Are you okay? Nurse Buffy, are you okay? Because y'all doing a little too much. I'm a nice heterosexual Christian man, and I can't sit here and play with y'all like this. I can't sit here and listen to this. I need a haircut so bad. Ooh, a haircut and some lotion. Hetero, listen. Do you hear me? Just trying to have a good time. I can't do that. Because when I meet my wife, because when I meet my wife, because when I meet my wife, you know, we just gonna be living our best life. Hey, y'all, I can't tell y'all how I know her because you know, I feel like that's a confidentiality breach. But hey, I don't want to say folks' names because you know, confidentiality. And I don't like saying folks' government names the way y'all be saying mine and the way y'all be gaslighting me. Quit playing with y'all. What you mean? Are y'all telling me I'm lying about getting a wife? Is that what y'all telling me? Y'all think I'm lying about that? Okay. Wow. Your own people. It be your own people. My wife named Bruce. I'm turning this off. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna turn this off. Y'all have a good night. Okay? Y'all have a good night. And y'all have Nurse Buffy to thank. Because I'm turning it off now. I'm turning it off. Because you're not finna play me like that. They are hating. And I'm not. Not tonight. Not in the year of our Lord 2023. On 8 what is today? On 12/13/2023. Trial run is over. That's right. Trial run is over. We're not doing this no more. We're not doing this anymore. Every Saturday at 9. That's when y'all gonna see me. And you might not even see me then. Because alright. Sharon, there you go. Thank you. Like Sharon Wilcox. Okay. I'm good. See you later. Bye. I'm glad I got a chance to see you. Or your face pop up. Because I ain't talked to you in so long. Y'all, I really keep forgetting that I'm on here with y'all. And I keep looking away to the side because I keep forgetting. Not bye. Oh, Nails by Nina is leaving. Oh, okay. Wow. 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 See, this is what happens. Is now y'all scaring people away. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we finna end it because... Okay, that's not even what we're here for. We're not even here for that. We are here to talk about the show. Well, we're not really here to talk about the show. I mean, I guess we are. I'm just rambling. I just realized I have been rambling for almost an hour now. God. Y'all, I'm trying so hard to get my ADHD under control. And I'm trying to stay on topic. But it is so hard. It is difficult. It is like a FaceTime. This is like a FaceTime. This is very much like, let me call my friend. My friend Gib. I'm rewatching the show as my exercise show. Some episodes the show was something. The show was definitely there were times where it was a choice. You want to know what it would have been like if Patty had kept Paige? Well, too bad she put her behind that Applebee's and we'll never know. I couldn't imagine just leaving my daughter behind an Applebee's, telling her to get a 2 for 20, a 2 for 22, and more power to you. Good luck. I wish you luck, boo. Just being like, see you later. They could have literally just bound her powers. Really, they could have stripped them. They didn't even have to bind them. They could have stripped them. And that would have been it. It would have been perfectly fine. Yeah, Patty was getting it in. She had 4 kids. She was cutting up. Like, getting it in. Would Leo pay child support? How could he pay child support? That's my question. What would Leo pay child support in? With? Like, what is he gonna do? Give him clouds? Like, he can't give her clouds every month. I mean, I guess he could, but it wouldn't help. He could give her, like, those little lamp thingies that they gave him. By angelic law. The elders don't care. The elders could care less. They didn't even want that boy alive. They was trying to take the boy out. And I say they because I feel like at least some of them were helping Gideon. I don't feel like Gideon was alone. Oh, not me getting close to the camera. Y'all gonna leave my man alone? Lily will be all right. Lily can figure it out. He'll be perfectly fine. I promise you. He definitely was a gaslighter. He's legally dead. He's actually dead too. The man don't exist no more. The man that Phoebe was with. I don't know what y'all talking about. I was sad that Gideon turned out to be bad. I really liked him. Was Gideon bad? Was Gideon bad? Was he wrong? And that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, he had a point. He had a point. Get that boy off the TV screen. That's all I'm saying. Y'all, I'm trying to use this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, but it ain't looking too good for the home team right now. Oh, that looks ghetto. Ooh, that's all in my eye. Okay, never mind, child. What could have been if Piper ended up with Dan? He probably would have got unalived by a fireball or something. Or Piper. Really. One of both. I know somebody didn't say Daryl, Piper and Daryl. Oh, listen, Daryl. Yeah, Daryl was fine. Daryl was fine. People who think civil rights, oh, not civil rights, is heading towards trouble. What? Okay, I get it. Okay, I was so caught up going. I don't know what y'all I still kind of feel like I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Piper and Daryl, okay. Because, baby, Piper and Daryl wasn't going to happen. And I'm going to just leave it at that. And you do with that information what you will. But, Piper and Daryl was not going to happen. Unless he came with a collar. So, not Daryl was there to complain. Daryl didn't ask to be a part of that. If we're just going to keep it 100% a buck. Daryl did not ask to be a part of that. Andy was the one who was helping Prue and doing all this and that and keeping a secret. Daryl was just living his life. Daryl never wanted to be a part of that. And Miss Hellfire, when he was like, I don't care if you own a broom, a mop, I don't care. Daryl didn't want no part. I don't think that he didn't have a purpose. I don't say that. I do think Daryl served a purpose because I think we needed a character who could help them from the police department. I do think that, but more so, I think they needed a person who had a mortal perspective for us because they didn't have any friends. So, I mean, who were we gonna see to show them? You know what I mean? Like, me as a mortal, I would be like, I'm not doing this with y'all. So, for me, that's why I identify with Daryl because I would have been like, no thank you. I would have been like, no thank you. And I would have turned them right on in to Oprah. I don't know what Oprah would have done, but I would have turned them into Oprah. So. Oh, Nurse Buffy, thank you. Y'all, ooh. Nurse Buffy is getting ready to graduate from college. I think it's college. Baby, ooh, not me not knowing. Okay, wait. I know you're getting ready to graduate. I know that much. So, let's all take a moment and say congratulations. Like, all of y'all, everybody, right now. Like, if you don't do it, I'm going to end the live. And I'm not coming back. So, the choice is, it is college. I told y'all it was college. See? Sometimes you just gotta, turn this on. Yes. Y'all, and y'all know what's funny? He posted a picture of his cap, of the cap that he decorated in the Discord. And I thought that it was amazing. And for some reason, my head and my brain was like, okay. I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, congratulations. That's an amazing thing. That is such an amazing moment. Yes, Leia, an ultimatum. Because, sometimes y'all be cutting up. And y'all don't be wanting to, comply. So I had to leverage you a little bit. So, nursing. See, that's what it was. Okay. See, that's all I want to say. You sharing the news that you shared with us in the Discord. I don't feel like I'm gonna share it yet. Because I don't know. Man. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna share it with y'all because it ain't that many of us in here. So, a friendly hydration reminder. Not you saying that I'm dry. You saying I'm dry? Is that what you're saying? I know. I'm just joking. Oh, God. Anyway, I cracked me up. Listen, if it's one thing about this live, we gonna gaslight. But it's usually me getting gaslit. So it's like, you really don't have to worry about that because it's really me getting gaslit all the time. Y'all lucky Blake isn't here because Blake will be gaslighting me like nobody's business. It's really, really kind of shameful. Now we getting sidetracked. Because we did get sidetracked. I forgot I was going to tell you something. You never get gaslit. I didn't care what you mean. See, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, what, we never gaslight you, not even once. But the wife gaslight. How is me getting a wife gaslighting you? What you mean? Oh, you talking about when they gaslit me about, okay. Y'all, you know what I know is so funny? Is I just love using the word gaslight. And I just think that it is so funny. I think it's such a funny word. And it's like, people don't really even like, who is this coming in here saying my name? Hey, you're a loser. I didn't say you're a loser, but you're the you know what I'm saying. Baby, y'all is saying my name like y'all got it out for me. Shut it. What y'all gonna do if I start saying your government names? What's gonna happen then? Because I was waiting on you with the dough. Because let me tell you something. The next time someone says my government name, we got a box. Because what did you say my government name for? What if the feds are watching? Good thing you don't know my government name. You don't know that. You don't know what I know. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Keep it in mind that I got ways. I'm about getting sleeping. I feel like the blanket ain't gonna come out on a Wednesday. I feel like the blanket ain't gonna come out on a Wednesday. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. No cutting wigs. Yeah, I'm not cutting wigs. Okay, Gabe. Gabe, let me tell you why I keep saying Gabe. Is because Trina Braxton says she speaks in a Canadian accent for some reason, even though she's from like Atlanta or something. And every time she would say her ex-husband's name, and he's dead now, but every time she would say her ex-husband's name, she would say Gabe. His name was Gabe. And she would say Gabe. Excuse me. Oh my God. What the Gray Rock is cooking. Yeah, he died. I go live every Saturday, and we're gonna start going live on Wednesdays. That's the plan, is to go live on Wednesdays. So we'll see what happens, Sean. We'll see if we actually. Oh, thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. It's much appreciated. Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell y'all the news. Okay. So, if you don't know, I watch a little show called Wicked City. And Wicked City comes on the All Black channel, the All Black network. So, starting in 2024, I am going to be doing a review podcast of it, like a rewatch. But that's not the full news. That's not, whatever. That's not really what's going on. The real news is that some of the actresses and actors from the show have agreed to be guests on the podcast. Listen. We have arrived. And I'm so excited. Like, when I tell you, I could not believe it. Like, I could not take it in that this was actually happening. And so the story behind it is so cool, right? So there's a character on season 2 called the Handler, and the Handler had an alter ego, and the guy that played one of his alter egos, he messaged me because me and one of my friends, we did a live on Instagram that nobody watched, and we did a live on Instagram, and we were talking about Wicked City, and we were on there for quite some time. It's actually on Instagram, like it's on my Instagram page if you want to go look at it and watch it. And so some of the cast had seen it and whatnot, and so Maurice P. Carey, who played, you know, one of the versions of the Handler, he messaged me and was like, "Hey, would you like some behind the scenes photos?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would love some behind the scenes photos." And so he gave them to me, but I need to check with them and ask if I can post them, because I don't want to post them and then, you know, be like, okay, why are you posting pictures? You know what I mean? Like, it might have just been for me, for my own reference or whatever. And so he sent them to me, and I was like, I don't know what made me get like bold. I'm not sure what happened, but I was like, hey, would you be interested in next year being a guest on my podcast? And he was like, as much love as you show to the show, I would love to. Baby, almost died. Almost died. Almost fell over. I almost fell over. I was in the car and I almost fell over and went to like the upper room. I was shocked out of my gourd. Shocked. I never would have thought that he would have said yes to that. So then later on, I got up because Chanel Mack, who plays my fave, Charisse, I don't know what made me be like, let me see if she would be available, if she would be willing to do it. And so I was like, hey, I reached out to her and was like, hey, next year I'm doing this. And I was just wondering, because that's my best friend in my head. And I was like, I was just wondering if you would want to be a guest. And she said yes. And baby, I almost died. I cried. I actually cried because I was thinking, like, I made a video for myself to remind myself, and I'm not going to post it because I think that's kind of a thing for me. But I made a video to remind myself of that day, because y'all may think that this is me being dramatic, and if you do, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I feel like I feel like the day that they told me that they all agreed to it, was the first day that I became like a content creator. Like, I feel like I was doing it before. Like, of course, you know, I've been creating content, but booking guests and people who have been who are a part of the show, who are, you know, like main characters on the show, booking them, I feel like that was the day that I became a content creator. And that was the day that I moved into a new phase of creating. Like, it went from just being something I want to do to something that is. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes you have it in your head that you want something to be, but then it is? I feel like that's what happened. I feel like it went from being something that I had made up to actually being a thing. I feel like I am now moving into the phase of life where I am a content creator. And baby, and then I reached out to Chantal Maurice, who plays Angela, and she said yes. So we got Charisse and Angela that's gonna be on the podcast next year. Like, I am in shock. I was in shock. I still don't really believe that it's true. Like I'm telling you that it is such a big moment that I really don't believe it's true. And I reached out to Shaquita, who plays Jordan, and I have to send something to her, like an email, you know, whatever. But the fact that she's willing to do it, I was like, my heart is so full. And I don't know, I'm so excited. So yeah, so y'all are getting the exclusive scoop. They got the exclusive scoop in the Discord, but y'all are getting the exclusive scoop because y'all are the only people that are here. Because don't nobody fool with me like that. The passion and love that you pour into these things is so well deserved. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And like what the Grey Rock is cooking said, it felt validating and legitimate. Like validated and legitimate. Like it felt like this is a thing that I'm doing. Like it's coming into the world and people see it and they want to be a part of it, you know? Like it's not just something that I'm doing anymore. Like people see what I'm putting into the world and they want to be a part of it. And I'm overwhelmed with the happiness. And thank y'all for the support. Thank you, hussies, for showing up every week. Just for listening to me talk, for liking videos and sharing videos, just for listening to me whine and whatever else, and just for tonight, just for supporting me. Like, thank you for just being happy for me because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. So yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I was. Yes, I am. I am gonna tell y'all. So I was messaging Chanel Mack, who plays Sharice Baker on Wicked City, and I was messaging her and just letting her know I'm promoting. I'm letting everybody know, and they're so excited because that's another thing. And I know that y'all. I feel like y'all gonna, get this. The reason I wanted to share that with her in this moment is because I could imagine that as an actor, it's hard to keep going because your career is only as good as your next role. And that's why I want to encourage her to really be happy about the fact that she's a part of a show that people love, that people want to see, that people want to watch, that people want to hear about, that people want to get to know about. And I hope by telling her how excited everyone is and how y'all are supporting me, that she, by extension, realizes how loved she is. You know what I mean? Like, that she's loved, that she's seen. Because Wicked City is one of those shows that, is still in like the early stages. And I think they're still kind of, finding their identity and whatnot. And I think that's why it's important to, if you want to watch it. Now, of course, I'm not gonna tell somebody they gotta watch it, but I do think it's important to give them that support so that they can keep going and so that they can, get better. Because one thing that I try to pride myself on is being objective. And I feel like sometimes I'm not. I feel like just like everybody else, I have my biases sometimes. But I really want to I want to start giving them what I think are fair observations about the show, because I think that once they start, the writers and the directors and whatnot, director, I guess, producer, you know what I'm saying, the crew. I think once they start to see like, okay, this is how people are perceiving it. This is what people are getting from it. This is how people are seeing this storyline and this character and the way that these characters are interacting, things like that. I think once they see that, they can incorporate it into the show. and it will get to the level that they want it to be at. Because I think right now they're doing a good job. There are some things I would personally change, but I'm actually making a thoughts video, or I already filmed it and now I'm in the process of editing it because I'm not good at editing. Well, I'm getting good at editing. Like, I'm starting to learn how to, edit and stuff like that. But I'm in the process of doing that. And I do think I'm probably going to end up making another one at some point, because I don't think that I fully gave my opinion, because I think sometimes I'm a little scared to say it, because it is, the writers and stuff. I don't want to hurt their feelings, like, I don't want them to think I'm saying like the show is trash, because it's not. It, like any show, has flaws. Like any show has things that it could improve on, and I'm hoping that they know that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping that they know that it's coming from a place of love. Just like I be eating Charmed up some days, because y'all know it's some days I eat Charmed alive, because they was cutting up. They was cutting up. And so I hope they know that it's from that kind of place. So, but yeah, that's the news. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't want to tell y'all the date yet that I have planned for it to come out, because y'all know I'm very wishy-washy, and I may change my mind on that date, or something may come up and I can't do that date. So I'm just going ahead and tell y'all. I'm just going ahead and tell y'all, and whatever you do with it from here is what you do. But my plan is to, and don't hold me to it. I'm telling you right now, do not hold me to this, because if you hold me to it, you can ask the regulars. You might be a little disappointed, and your feelings might be hurt, and you might be looking crazy, and you ain't finna be looking crazy at me. The tentative start date is February 6th, and I want to start it in February because I really would like to start it during Black History Month, because I think that it's important to acknowledge the fact that it's a show about Black women, about Black witches. It takes place, like, they talk about slavery in season 2. They don't really, it's not like a huge plot point, but they do touch on it. They touch on different elements, and I think it's important to, bring it then. So that's my plan. That's my plan. It may not be the 6th. It may be a couple of weeks after that, now that I'm talking out loud, just so I give everybody enough time, like the actors and actresses and stuff, enough time to kind of figure out what they want to do, what they want to say, things like that. I don't want them to feel like they have to rush and do this or anything like that. So I'm going to send them probably this weekend or next week a list of questions and a list of, like the format of what I'm going to do. And I'm excited. So I'm very excited. If any of y'all are music people, or if any of y'all know how to make the little, what some things, fan cams, whatever, I'm looking for an intro. To my videos. And I think I'm gonna make a video about it. But yeah. So now, here's the thing about that. Right now I ain't got no money. So if you're trying to get paid, I'm not your man. Not just yet. Not just yet. Well, I feel like if, depending on when, I could probably do a little something. Like, we could negotiate a price. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can negotiate a price. And the only reason I'm saying that is not because I'm saying, like, anybody's art is not worth, being paid for. What I'm saying is I want to be very upfront in saying that I do not have that much money. Like, I do not have the money to actively pay a person what they are probably worth. And so, you know, it might be pro bono. Like, you may be doing it just because you love me. And, you know, if you don't want to, that's fine. Like, I'm not telling anybody they got to. I just thought I'd put that out there. So. Next year. Next year for free promo. Yes, that's the thing. I would definitely, of course, because baby, we like to credit people over this way. We like to credit people up over this way. I'm not finna have nobody do something and then be like, I came up with this on my own. No, somebody did it for me. This is the person. Go follow them. Go like their stuff. And we go from there. So I hate when people do that. Like, that bothers me so bad when people try to use people to get something. Like, they either, when they use people, my brother's worked as a sound engineer. Yes. Tell your brother thank you. If he, you know, whatever. So, yeah, I'm here for that. Thank you, Velicifant. I can't say that. Velicifant. Girl, I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. Just know I love you. Just know I love you. I have a special place in my heart for you. But yeah, I can't stand when people do, like, take something from somebody. And I'm gonna tell you why. You need audio equipment. Is it Brianna? I'm not gonna, not me saying people's name. My bad. I ain't saying it. How you been doing? Number one. I'm so glad to see you. Oh my God. I have not seen you. I was asking my sister about you just the other day. Like, me and my sister, like, me and my mom were asking her, like, how you been doing? I'm so happy to see you. Not Glean. Who was Glean? Are you from the FBI? I think you're from the FBI. From the FBI. All right. I don't trust it. But no, anyway. Yeah, so like I was saying, I feel like that's the worst thing you can do is take someone else's stuff and then make it, trying to make it yours. Like, I think that's so weird. Like, if you don't have a creative bone in your body, that's one thing. But, to steal somebody else's stuff is just, I've been pushing up on, listen, not where it's cold. Oh no, baby. See, I was thinking about that. I was thinking, like, cause we from Louisiana. I was thinking, like, what would happen if I go up north? I feel like I couldn't make it, or even not up north, but you know, everywhere is north from Louisiana. So I'm thinking, like, if I go somewhere where it's cold, would I be able to make it? So seeing that you pushing through, I feel like I could, but I don't know about that. I don't know. That might not be for me. You have an extra mic stand. Thank you. I have a I think I'm good for right now. I really, really appreciate that. I appreciate you so much. I think I'm good for right now as far as that. I don't know what a dampener is because I'm a little, you know, I'm a little touched in the head. But I think I'm good. Thank you though. Thank you. I saw this was a while back, but I saw your mama. And I have not seen her in so long. And the way she hugged me, it just made me feel so loved. I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. I was like, oh. The way I be trying to say people's names, and I had to remind myself not to say folks' names. Because I ain't trying to. The way y'all coming up in here saying mine, talking about some Glean. I'm not going to expose y'all the way you expose me. saying Galen. Us northern folk will love you up here. I feel like I would like living up north. I do feel like I would like living up north, but I don't want to be that far away from home. Because for me, I'm a big mama's boy. And I just don't think I could do it. I mean, maybe I could. I don't know. I don't know if I even want to try. I might. Who knows? So it's the fact for me that tonight really hadn't even been a charm night. That's what's tickling me. Like, I really... See, she be trying to tell, but I can't catch y'all out and about. Listen, just let me know when you out and about, and I'm gonna try to be out and about, because I don't go nowhere. I just sit here and look stupid all day. I go to work. Some days I work from home, and I sit here, and I look stupid, and then I go to sleep, and then I wake up, and I look stupid again. So the likelihood of catching me out and about is gonna be pretty low. But hopefully, if you're coming home for Christmas, hopefully, you know, we'll be eating the beat. We'll be eating the beat. And you can see us. And we can see you. Because it's been so long. It has been like years since I've seen you. I can't even believe, like, I can't fathom it. That it's been that long. So yeah. The Trina Braxton accent. Eating the beat. Oh, to declutter. Well, you let me know how much you selling it for. Because I'll buy it. I ain't just going to take it. I'm going to buy it. I ain't just going to take stuff from you. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, this going to be great. And then I can have like a little studio set up. And I'm going to feel real professional then. And they're going to be like, oh, I didn't know I was in the studio with a professional. And I'm going to say, yeah, I'm a professional. And then I'm going to let them know where I got it from and be like, yeah, my girl set me up. She speaks in cursive. She speaks with a Canadian accent, but SZA sings in cursive. Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. You like 9 to 5, I'm your weekend, your own. Make him lose his mind every weekend. You take Tuesday, then just send your my way. Please leave me alone, man. Not... Not you stole it. Shut up. But it was good talking to you. I'm gonna tell my sister. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm tickled. Oh god. Y'all, that tickled me. I was so glad that happened because that tickled me. That tickled me. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. That's sharing the wealth, baby. That's sharing the wealth. Listen, we got to work together. We all got to work together. Oh, my God. Oh, that tickled me. That tickled me. Y'all, by 9 o'clock, we're going to wrap this on up. We're going to wrap this puppy up. If you were Patty Hallowell, would you attack the water demon in Charmed? Not season 2, episode 8. Come on, giving us... Come on, TV Guide. Come on, TV Guide, baby. Well, I mean, how could she attack the water demon? You know what I'm saying? Like, she couldn't freeze it. She couldn't hit it. And so it's like, she couldn't really do anything against it except for use the cables. But, so, I mean, she was trying to do that, and we see what happened. She was trying her hardest, and we see what happened there. Flopping around on the deck like a fish. Deck, the deck above the water. Oh, God. Have mercy on my soul. Patty was about as useless as Leo. Probably a little more useless, I would say. Maybe just a little more useless. Because at least Leo can orb. That's probably the only thing he has going for him. Patty froze a white lighter. If I was Patty, I would have been at home with my kids instead of out with her. Not a mistress. Not Patty might as well be human. Goodbye, man. Goodbye. Go watch Charm, Charity. Go watch it. And tell us what you think. My opinion on Pink Friday 2. I don't have an opinion on it because I'm not, like, I haven't listened to her. I haven't listened to the entire album, just certain songs, because y'all know I love Big Difference. Like, anytime you see one of my stories, 9 to Get You 10, Big Difference is going to be in the background. So, I haven't listened to the whole album, and I'm not, like, I feel like I'm not a fan enough to say, what, you know what I mean? Like, if it was Beyonce, I feel like I could critique that, like, because I know her body of work enough to be like, this is how it compares. But I feel like I haven't listened to Nicki enough to be like, to have an opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to, because I don't really have an opinion on it. Although I do love Big Difference. I love Big Difference. And how do you say it? Bomb, bomb, bam, bam. I like that. And then there's another one that I like, but I don't remember what it's called. Sending you all the love and positivity. Thank you, Ziggy. Ziggy7. Girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. They wanna blow out. Bad bitches, yeah, keep them about it too. It's a big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you. What's my favorite season? The Tony Braxton. Have fun. Oh, girl, just wanna have fun. Baby, giving very much Marlo from Real Housewives. Marlo Braxton. What's my favorite season of Charm? So we go back and forth on this between season 2 and season 4. So on any given day, you may hear me say one over the other. But at this current point in time, excuse me, y'all, I'm so sorry. At this current point in time, I am more inclined to like season 4. My sun, moon, and rising, baby, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. I'm not trying to be funny, but I have no idea about astrology. All I know is that I'm a Cancer. That's it. I know I was born in June, and I know that I'm a Cancer. Past that, I'm June 27th. Look at that. Ow. See? I like them. That's such an interesting top 2. Most people say season 3 and 4. See, the reason I like season 2 over season 3 is because I feel like in season 2, they had a good balance of semi-storyline, but also like Demon of the Week. So it didn't feel like, it felt like if you missed an episode, you just missed an episode. You know what I mean? Like season 2 felt like you could miss part of it, and still be okay. And also, I think what I liked about season 2 is that the theme of that season was really redemption. Not redemption, but the theme of that season was change. Like, to me, the theme of season 2 was, I am growing as a person, and I think those are our cats running, because, baby, I was trying to get up out of here. But I think that, oh, thank you for the heart or the thingy. Thank you. I think season 2 is where we start to see them venture off. Piper opens the club. Phoebe goes back to school. Prue quits her job and she pursues something that she's actually passionate about. So we start to see their lives outside of magic in season 2. And we start to see them, I think we start to see how magic really helped them feel free. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think that we start to see how magic makes them, feel free and makes them feel like they can pursue other things. And I think another reason too is that when you do something where you don't know what's going to happen the next day and you don't even know if you're going to literally be alive, I think it makes you want to chase your dreams as opposed to just waiting, in the rafters for things to happen, because you never know. Because think if Prue had never gone after photography, then in season 3 she would have been gone working at at Buckland's. I was gonna say Brooklyn. So yeah, like season 2 felt very, oh, that's so cute. Oh, thank you for the cat. Thank you. So that's just me. That's why I prefer that one. And then season 3 to me is where they really start the oh, thank you. Come on, Live Fest. Season 3 I think is where they became serialized fully. And I don't think that they lost their way, because I love season 3, please don't get me wrong. And I do think they had some episodes that clearly were just kind of like one off, but everything still tied back to the story in some way. So even Blinded by the White Lighter, I think ties back because, thank you. Season 3, girl, what am I talking about? See, like Blinded by the White Lighter. Thank you, Joey. So season 3 ties in because, God, Blinded by the White Lighter, oh my God. Blinded by the White Lighter ties back to it because you get a chance to see Leo and Piper quote unquote prove that witches and white lighters can work together, and they end up being able to get married. But girl, not after the elders had to recall him. Like, they had to call all the elders, the white lighters up there, and Leo decided to go because he was going to go off and Prue had to save him. But somehow they proven that white lighters and witches can be together. Okay. Because if Prue hadn't saved him, he would have been toast. And Ames would have used his magic to get into whatchamacallit. And he got Nat unalived. So it's like, I can't. I can't. Well, not he, but they. So that's why, that whole thing, but that's neither here nor there. The white lighter language is definitely an interesting choice. I don't think that it was entirely necessary. It's not something that I'm like, they should have taken it out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that they should have just completely taken it out and never introduced it. But I don't think there was a purpose in it because it wasn't like used. Like, there was never anything that came of it. So it was like there was no point in it being there. Because it's like the only reason that they even introduced it in the first place was so that, we could feel that Natalie and Leo were close. And that they, like Piper said, they literally speak the same language. That was the only reason they even did it, was so they could have that conversation without her knowing. And which is fine. But I mean, past that, it served no purpose. And then, like, sometimes you would hear them go up to the heavens and you could hear it in the background or whatever. But, I mean, it didn't serve a purpose. It didn't serve a purpose to me. So, yeah, it should have been telepathy. Exactly. Like, if you told me that white lighters were telepaths, I would 100% believe that, because they have to be able to interact with their clients. You know what I mean? Like, clients. Interact with their charges, things like that. And sometimes they might need information or get to know them on a personal level. So I feel like they really could have gotten away with having telepathy. But they said, girl, we just gonna have them click, clack, patty, whack, give it all a bone. And I can't. I just can't. I can't. I don't have the ability. And here's my thing. And this is not towards anybody. This is me being low-key passive-aggressive. I don't understand necessarily the hate that Natalie gets as a character, because I think that Natalie gets hated because she was a know-it-all, which is funny because so was Prue. So it's like it just kind of came out in different ways. And so it's like, yeah, Natalie was a little irksome, but it's also like, is that really why you hate? Like, I've seen people like hate Natalie and be like, I'm so glad that she did it. And I'm like, girl, are you okay? Is everything all right? Like, do you need help? Blink twice. And Prue definitely wasn't a know-it-all. I don't think that Prue was a know-it-all in the same way that that Natalie was, but she was a know-it-all in the way that she knew it all. Like, does that make sense? Does that make any sense? Like, it was never framed as like, oh, Prue, you just always think she knows what to do. Like, every now and again when they would argue, they would say it. But I feel like the problem with Prue was that her character was to know everything. Like, do you remember when Prue was speaking Latin and she, like, randomly Prue could speak Latin and understand it and whatever else? And I was like, okay. And so not only but it made sense because she worked in the auction house. She was very obviously well educated. So it made sense that my girl could, like, speak Latin. But then in season 3, when it comes to Natalie and she's talking to Natalie, Prue doesn't know what transmogrification means. And she's like, transmogrification. Mama, don't play in my face like that. And that's what I mean when I say that Charm sometimes I feel like they would try to boost up how you were supposed to feel about another character by kind of like dumbing down another one. And so I feel like that's what they did for Prue in that moment, was they dumbed her down. And Prue was like very intelligent, and this woman can literally speak a dead language, and she doesn't know what transmogrification means. And the only reason that they did that was so that Leo and Natalie could say at the same time what transmogrification was and drive home that they basically had a hive mind. And and that's what I mean when I say, like, you have to look at the way that they frame certain characters. And it's like, if this is no hate towards the actress that played Christy, but I feel like Christy would have actually been more bearable as a character if the actress had been able to act. I really fully believe that if Billy and Christy had been able to act, and I can't blame them because they were young. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, they just can't act, they're just horrible, whatever, because they were young. Kelly Kuko was like, what, 21? If even that old. Like, they were very, very young. So it's like, I can't sit here and say like they should have been able to act better. I just think that if they had actresses who were more seasoned and could portray kind of what they were going for a little bit better, I think it would have been okay. Because I'm not saying that the story would have been good, but I think that the characters would have been more likable. Because I think it would have made more sense if, like, Christy could kind of, like, if she had that smoldering, I don't feel like this is right, but I'm doing it because this is what they told me I should believe. You know, if she had been able to pull that off with more emotion, I think the character of Christy would have been more, like, accepted. And with Billy, I don't mind Billy, kind of, but the way Kaylee Kuko would play her sometimes, I would be like, okay, whatever. You know. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, exactly. It's very obvious that they were trying to appeal to young people. Like, it is very clear that they were trying to appeal to them. And I just don't think it worked because the actresses couldn't pull it off. So, Billy is a top 5 charm character for me. I don't think Billy is a bad character. I do not think that Billy is a bad character. I think the two things that work against the character of Billy is that Kaylee Kuko couldn't act yet, and that the story didn't make any sense. And so they were trying to push them push these characters into a story that didn't make sense. So the characters already weren't likable because, you know, of whatever reason you want to choose. And then you try to put them in a story that does not make sense, is not popular with the fandom. And I think that's why they try to course correct at the very end and have Billy unalive Christy. But it's like, by that point, who cares? By that point, who cares? Thank you, Wayne. Boy, Wayne is cutting up. No, they didn't need to bring back Dan's niece. No. Because as much as I felt like they were pushing Billy and Christy into the story, the character of Jenny did not need to be there. The character of Jenny did not need to be there. So, no shade. No shade. So Jennifer said, honestly, even with Chris, it low-key gave the same thing. I love me some Christopher Down, but I can see that. I can see that perspective. I can see that. I can see why there wasn't a need to introduce another kid in the story, number one. And when you really look at Chris's plan, I guess he said, baby, we're just going to take some risks. And he came back, and you can kind of like look at it from a couple of different like angles, because either his plan was to make things happen the way they had happened in his timeline, or his plan was stupid because he came in and he disrupted the timeline. You know what I mean? Like, to the point where he almost was not born. And he had to get his parents to make whoopee in order for him to be born. So that's why I kind of go back and forth with it. And that's why I kind of, whatever. Because while I don't think the Chris storyline was necessary, I like it because, I mean, I think my problem is that it was Wyatt. It was all about Wyatt. Like, Chris's existence was about Wyatt. And so it's like, even then he didn't get a storyline. But I do think, now, if y'all know me, like I said, y'all know I'm a Christopher Perry stand down. I'm going to go up for Chris every chance I get. Because I do think that Chris, whether you can argue that he was a necessary character, I think he was a good character. Because I think Chris gave us a perspective on what the future could be versus what we wanted it to be. You know, so we want the future to be one where Piper and her concubine are living this beautiful life and they have these beautiful kids and, you know, whatever. But in reality, history done repeated itself. That's what we get. We get Piper being unalived, and we get Leo being a horrible father, right? Which, I mean, of course he's going to be, because he's a horrible white lighter and a horrible husband. So of course he's going to be a horrible father. And so in the future, he turns into Chris. And who is Chris? Who are Chris and, you know, Wyatt raised by? Their grandfather. You see what I mean? The cycle. It's the cycle. The cycle continues. And I really think that they give us that good perspective on sometimes history is just going to repeat. You know what I mean? Like history is just gonna go. And we have to step in and we can change it. But, you know. And so Chris gave us that insight. And that's why I personally agree with it. I mean, agree that it may not have been the most necessary storyline, but I do think it was a good one. So that's me. Is as opposed to, okay, so let me say this to the original point, right? So the original point is that Billy and Christy got plugged into a storyline that didn't need to happen, that wasn't popular, right? And so here's the thing, is for me, the way I see it, Chris is kind of like that, where he was plugged into a story. I think the difference is that he had a direct connection. Do you know, you know what I mean? Like whereas Billy and Christy were created specifically to be like a foil to them and to be like the next generation, quote unquote, da 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 da. Whereas Chris literally was the next generation, and we're seeing how their lives unfold and we're seeing what comes from them. Whereas Billy and Christy, they're creating a whole other story. So that's what I think that's what the difference between them is we get to see different, we see a perspective with Chris, and his life is directly affected by them. And so he still has that tie to where even if you don't like him, he's still a part of them. And so even if you want to pretend like he doesn't exist, that's fine. But he is Piper's child. Point blank, period. He is Piper's son. And Billy and Christy don't have that. Like, if you want to pretend like Billy and Christy don't matter, I mean, they don't in the grand scheme of things. They're not related to the Charmed Ones. They're not Halliwell witches. They're not Warren witches. And they're just, that we know of. They're not cousins or anything that we know of. They don't, yeah, like Jennifer said, they don't matter. They don't matter. Like, at the end of the day, there's nothing tying them to the story. Chris has purpose in their lives, whereas Billy and Christy are just there. They're just there so that we can have this is a perfect way to put this. Chris was created to be a part of a storyline that was going to go back to the sisters, that was going to be applied to the sisters. Billy and Christy were created for a storyline. And I know that sounds weird because of, you know, Billy and Christy, they were in a storyline that went back to the sisters, right? But they went back to the sisters in a way that was framing them as the villains. Whereas we're learning more about who the Charmed Ones are through Chris. Now, yeah, so Blackhearted said, I thought they added Chris because Holly was pregnant. Yeah, you can say that. Like, of course, you know, there's a real world reason. But what I'm saying more is, like, from a storytelling perspective, I feel like that's why, what you could kind of say about Chris. That's me personally. Hey friend, how you doing? Look at you. Look at She being on the live. We stand. Whereas Billy and Christy were there so they could move on. You know, like if Billy and Christy weren't there, it could have been anybody. Like Chris, I feel like for that storyline to work, for us to be able to say this is what happens in the future to Wyatt, it had to be someone related to them. Because wasn't like if it had been a friend of Wyatt that he went to daycare with, is like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. We don't care about that. But for Chris to come in as their child and we get to see how Leo is, we get to hear that Piper's gone, we get to see what Wyatt becomes, we get to see what happens to the manor from a POV. It's not from a person who is just a friend of the family. It's not from a person who, you know, it gets close to them. It's from a person who is a part of the family. His family is torn apart. His family is gone. His family is in shambles and in pieces. And we are getting to see the way he processes life and the way he sees all of that. And Billy and Christy are literally strangers. I mean, like, there's no other way to put it. There's no other word to use for it. They're strangers. And I think that's why they, especially in the final season, I don't think it was a smart move in the final season to have them go up against these people that are strangers. I don't think that made any sense. Oh, thank you. What they should have done was had them, I think Christy should have come first. I don't think it was Billy. Billy should not have been there first. It should have been Christy. She should have come first. She should have befriended them and become their charge, become Paige's charge, whatever, because technically I was assuming she would have been Paige's charge as well. So Christy should have come first. She should have ingratiated herself into their lives, and she should have gotten close enough to them to where they felt comfortable with her. And then she's the one who's like, I'm looking for my sister because I don't know who she is. I don't know where she is. Even though her and the Triad have been keeping tabs on Billy and she knows exactly where Billy is, she's got every single part of her, of her life memorized. And she's the one who leads them to Billy. And so then when Christy and Billy are reunited and we get to know Billy, we know that Christy does not have good intentions. And she has been using and manipulating them from the beginning. So that way when we have the final battle, it feels like Billy is having this back and forth. Because she don't even know these people. Like, I don't even know these people, and now you're telling me they're evil. But then it makes sense because, like, my sister is here, and she's telling me that these people are horrible, and they're coming after her, and things like that. So then it makes sense that she's going after them. You know what I mean? Like, you can bring that element of disassociation, and then you can work out and make Billy maybe a character on her own. But I think what they tried to do made sense to a certain extent. They tried to make us love Billy and get to know her on a personal level so that when we get to the final battle, we can see that she's conflicted because she has feelings for the Charms. It's like, it's a tale as old as time. There's nothing, I'm not saying that was a bad way to introduce the character. I'm just saying that if we reverse it a little bit, it maybe works a little bit better. Because then it feels like there was a plan to get there the whole time. Whereas, like, the way it unfolded felt very much like Billy's sister is important, but we don't know why. And then Billy's sister is going to get there and she corrupts her, but she doesn't actually corrupt her. She's still good. She's never actually evil. Neither one of them are actually evil. Like, it was too all over the place. And it tried to have an identity as a story, but it just didn't work. It just didn't work. And it kind of was like, Exactly. Christy's whole plan hinged on Billy coincidentally being Paige's charge. Like, they wouldn't have known that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no real way outside of that they could have naturally moved Paige towards Billy. And if she hadn't been her charge, then we would have just been looking stupid. Because but the triad would have had to come up with a way to get her in their midst. And I think that's why it works better if Christy comes first, because you don't have to wonder like, oh, how are they going to manipulate Destiny to, get her there? No, the triad is working. They've been watching the Charmed Ones. Christy, I think if if they had done it like that with Christy, I don't think that she would have come in as Paige's charge. They probably would have had her come in as an innocent, and they would have had some random demon attack Christy, and then she uses her power, and they're like, "Oh, you're a witch." And I really think that they could have pretended like she wasn't a new like she was a new witch. They could have pretended like she was a new witch and she didn't know she had this power. And oh my God, I don't know what to do with it. I don't have any family, blah, 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 blah. And they could have gone from there. I think it would have been very easy to ingratiate her into their family, especially at a time where they really are trying to find like their own way. And so like I could see in this scenario Paige probably still taking her in, but not as a charge, but as like her mentor. Because I think Paige, most of all, missed being a witch. And I think that if she were training Christy in how to be a witch, that would give her that outlet. And that would give her that way to still practice her craft and, stay in the dark. So, that's just me. That's just me. That's what I would have probably done. I'm just thinking about all of that kind of off the cuff. So please don't take that, as my like final word, because I may think of something 3 days from now. So, do I think they would still change your faces? Yes. Friend being young and an excuse for the acting, because the OG Charmed ones were young and acting down. I don't think they were quite as young as we think. Weren't Shannon Doherty and Alyssa Milano like 28? And I think Holly Marie Combs was like 27. Like they weren't young like Kaylee Kuko was. Like Kaylee Kuko was like probably, she was probably 20. Like by the time she got there, Alyssa Milano and Rose McGowan were like 35. Like they were young. I mean, she was young. Kayla Kuko was young. Let's look it up because now I want to see. Because Holly was born in like 1973 because she just turned 50 this year. So yeah, she would have been 25 that year. Excuse me, the year that it premiered. And I want to say Shannon was born in like, Shannon and Alyssa are older than Holly. And I want to say Shannon and Alyssa were born in like 71. So they would have been like 27. Let's look it up. Long as I got King Jesus. Long as I got King Jesus. Long as I got King Jesus. So Alyssa Milano was born in 1972, which would have made her 26 at the time that they were filming. Well, 26, 25, around the same age as Holly. A little bit older, like a year older. And then Shannon is like 52, I think. I think she's like 52. Yeah, Shannon was born in 1971 and she was 52. So, so 1971, that would have made her 27 when the show started. Alyssa would have been 26 and Holly was 25. So let's look how old Kaylee Cuoco was. Just to make sure. So we can all fact check. Kaylee Cuoco was born in 1985. So when season 8 started, she was 20. She was 20. So someone said that's still young. I think, me personally, that there is a huge difference acting wise between, unless you're like a prodigy, right? So unless you're like Dakota Fanning or something like that, I think that there is a huge difference between 20 and then 27 to me. Even though that's not even a full decade yet, I think that that is. And Shannon and Alyssa had been on some big shows. That is true. That is very, very true. And she really, that I know of, hadn't had a whole bunch of like big acting credits. I know she was on 8 Simple Rules, but as far as like big stuff, I don't think that she had like big roles. It was just kind of like bit stuff. And on 8 Simple Rules, she basically played Billy just with no magic. She was Billy with no magic. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, child. Well, y'all, it's 9:30. We've been on here 2 hours. Do y'all realize that? That we've been on here 2 hours? And I said, yes, Shannon was in a movie called Heathers. Do y'all realize that we've been on here for 2 hours? Baby. Not I said we was gonna be on here for like an hour and a half. Well, I feel like we were on here for an hour and a half. So we were. We just went a little bit overboard. So, baby, the only reason I'm not pulling out the blanket right now is because the blanket is gonna be the weekend. We're gonna keep it for the weekend. So, well, this was successful. This was a good test run. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I measure as a test, but this worked out really well. And I do think that from now on, we are going to go live every Wednesday and Saturday. Oh, wait. Okay. Maybe not Wednesday and Saturday. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me give you a specific reason why. So I'm going to have class, not Jeffrey. I'm going to have class starting in January on Wednesdays. And it's going to go from 6 to 8. And I love you hussies. Down. I love y'all to death. But I feel like that's going to be a lot to be in class for 2 hours and then get on here for however long. So we'll see. But it probably will be Tuesday. It will probably more than likely be Tuesday. Be Tuesdays and Saturdays. It'll probably be that. Because I feel like there's enough time in between. So yeah, I think that'll work. Well, hussies, it's been great talking to y'all. It's been great seeing y'all and all of that jazz. Oh, thank you for talking about the shade of red. Good night, everybody. It's been great. If you want to get in the Discord, please, please, please go follow Catherine, because she, don't say my name, Shantae. If you if you want to get into the Discord, go follow Catherine and she can help you. I am so tickled that I'm doling out this task to her. The only reason I'm saying that is because she knows how to do it. Is because I'm so sorry, Catherine. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to like put that on you. That's not right of me to do. You can find the link in my Discord. You can find it in, and I just only said that because she's, she knows how to do it. You can find the link in my Discord and go follow her anyway, because, because I said you can. Or you should. So, go do that. And I'll talk to you hussies later. Ooh. Anthony. I have an episode of my podcast coming out tomorrow. And my friends and I are releasing the episode of our Charmed podcast Friday. So, that's all I'm saying. My podcast coming out tomorrow. The Charmed podcast is coming out Friday. So, if you would like to listen to either of those things, then please, I implore you to follow me. You can find us on Apple Music. So the name of my podcast is Mr. G Reviews, and the name of our group Charmed podcast is the Nexus Podcast. We actually have a TikTok, and you can find us on TikTok at Nexus Podcast. And I'm gonna do a video tomorrow, probably. My God, excuse me. Letting everybody know where they can find the Charm Podcast at, and letting you know where you can find my personal podcast, Mr. G Reviews, because that's where I'll be doing the Wicked City review with some of the cast members of Wicked City in 2024. So, yeah, that's it. Love y'all hussies down, and I will see y'all later. Bye.